welcome to another Japanese from Zero, Japanese Daily. That seems like a really, really long name. I kind of miss calling it the Yes Japan Daily. But as you heard on the last daily is now called the Japanese Daily because we are switching from YesJapan.com to JapaneseFromZero.com sometime in January, maybe if later than February. But we are getting rid of the Yes Japan name, as it is not as awesome as the Japanese from Zero name, until in a couple years I tell you we're moving to another name. But right now it is going to be Japanese from Zero. And I am the author of the Japanese from Zero book series, which you see behind me. If you're looking to learn Japanese and you don't know anything, that's where you start. Japanese from Zero. Very cheap on Amazon, by the way. Much cheaper than buying it from our website. Trust me, it's way cheaper on Amazon. Although it seems like they take a little bit of time to ship. If you want it quick, I think Barnes & Noble's, it's like 50 cents more expensive, but they're quicker. All right, enough promotion. Today's topic is, and by the way, it's number 115, which means this is the daily that goes on YouTube and gets put on the iTunes podcast. If you are not subscribed, do so now, and shows will be automatically delivered free of charge to your mobile device. Today's topic is Giving and Receiving Part 2. Yesterday in Japanese Daily number 114, we talked about the verb itadaku. Itadaku is this first one right here, and that is the very polite way to say receive. For example, right before you eat, you say itadakimasu. So today we're going to learn the more casual way to say receive, and it is morau. Morau. But you cannot say moraemasu before you eat. That would be rude. There's never a time when you can be casual about receiving food. I guess that would be almost, okay, I'm not, religion's one thing, but maybe it would be like casually praying to God. It'd be like, hey, what's up? Yo, just need some stuff to happen if you don't mind doing it and stuff. You wouldn't do that, right? You'd be like, Jesus Christ, our Lord. You would do it like in a proper way, I imagine. But it's been many, many years since I've prayed, so I really don't know. But I'm saying to God, you would want to say itadakimasu instead of moraemasu. All right, wow, that was a really awkward segment. I apologize. This is the verb. Now, there is a kanji for it, but typically, I never write the kanji, but there is the kanji if you'd like it. Morau. You know what's funny? I just realized, because I said I typically don't write that kanji, but in modern day life, I think most Japanese people don't even write kanji. Typically, if you're an adult, you're typing everything on your phone, on your sumaho. Smartphone. Sumaho. When I first saw sumaho, I thought that was weird. What is that? I didn't know. It means smartphone, even though when you write smartphone, you do it with a f and a little o, a fu and a o. Give me 1 second. I'm going to write it down. I'm in the mood to write some stuff for you, so give me let me get to this. Let's see here. I have an Apple app somewhere to do this. So, when you write smartphone, you would write it like this. Smartphone. Now this fo, which in Romaji would be represented as F-O, doesn't exist in hiragana. There is no fo in hiragana. But because, for those of you that are new in Japanese, you might not know this, but katakana is used to represent foreign origin words. It has some really unique combinations, and this is one of them. It's fo, with a fu and a little o. But when you write sumaho, the short version, let me see if I can figure out how to get to another piece of paper. Oops. Whoa, I did not know I could do it. I just did. Whoa. Did you know that 4 fingers brings you back to the setting? If you go, wow, very impressive. Okay, let me try to, I do not know how to get off of this piece of paper. Oh, man. Hang on. You'd think, there we go. It was a 2-finger pinch. But when you write smartphone, excuse me as I try to get my stuff together. The short version is just this. Sumaho. It's not, this is a ho and not a fo. Why? I don't know. It's just the way it is. All right, so that's that. Let's get back to the presentation. My point, though, is this. I did have a point. In your everyday life, you're not going to be writing kanji. This is what I predict, okay? Those of you that are studying will write kanji every time you study it, right? You'll like repeat it over and over again, which is what I did. I would write kanji 10 times in a row. It was very important to write the kanji because it's a different part of your brain that stores it. If you want to put something into, long-term memory, best thing you can do, write the kanji because it gets muscle memory, in your brain. But later on, you're just going to recognize the kanji. If you don't have the time to write the kanji, recognition is all you need because you're going to type in romaji mostly, which turns into hiragana, and then you're going to hit the space bar and it's going to flip up 5 or 6 possible kanji combinations with the most commonly used one on top. And if you have even a basic recognition of kanji, it's all you need. It's all you need. So back in the day, I would say, hey, if you don't learn to write, well, what are you going to do? I say if you know hiragana and katakana and some of the kanji writing, you're good. And if you can recognize 1,000 or so, 1,000 or so kanji, you'll be pretty good. You can pretty much fake the rest and learn when you need to learn, All right. So morau is the verb. What type of a verb is morau, right? There's 4 possible types I'm going to give you, right? Regular, irregular, iru-eru verb, or iru-eru exception. What type is it? Well, let me give you a hint. If a verb doesn't end in ru, it must be regular, no matter what. If it ends in a ru, that's when it can be irregular, iru-eru, and even iru-eru exception. Every other verb type without fail is regular. What does that mean? It means you use the regular verb conjugation pattern, which, except for one exception, is always the same pattern. What exception would that be, you say? It's verbs that end in u. For example, morau. So what's unique about morau? What's unique about it? It ends in that u, right? So normally when you have a verb and you conjugate it with these rules for regular verbs. For example, let's go with another verb, oyogu, to swim. Oyogu, right? It's a regular verb, so oyogu turns to oyogi, E form. They take the last hiragana, turn it into the E form, and then you add your verb endings. Oyogimasu, I will swim. Oyogimasen, I won't swim. Oyogimashita, I swam. Oyogimasen deshita, I didn't swim. Oyogitai, I want to swim. Oyogitakunai, I don't want to swim. Oyogitaku nakatta, didn't want to swim. All sorts of things like that. But let's look at morau. When you take your verb that is a regular verb and you want to put it into the informal negative tense. Oh, I hate saying that. But basically, the I won't do casual form. You normally take the last hiragana and turn it into the a form. This is the pattern. Verb. Sorry, I don't have any cards on this. I wasn't planning on talking about this, but it's important. So verb into the a form plus nai means won't do it. For example, oyogu turns into oyoga, and then you add nai. Oyoga nai, I won't swim. And that works for every verb that is a regular verb, except for the u verbs. Because what if you take u and turn it into the a form? It becomes a, and then your verb is mora'a. That doesn't work. So this is it. You just change it into a wa. That's it. A, bump up, go to wa. That's it. Remember that. Morau, morawa, morawanai. I won't receive it. Morawanai. Here's another verb that ends in u. Arau. Arau. To wash. Arau. I'm not going to wash it. Arawanai. Don't wash it. Arawanai de. Arawanai de kudasai. Here's a more practical one besides that. Let's use warau. To laugh. Warau. Don't laugh. Warawanai de. Warawanai de. That's it. But when you go to the E form to say like waraitai, that works. It's only when you go to the A form that you have to go to wa. That's the rule. Write that in your notebook. All right, so let's look at some sentences that we can do with morau. Now before, remember, we learned itadaku. So it's itadakimashita. I received it. But if you're going to say, hey, I got it from an equal level friend, or you got it from somewhere unknown, it's もらいました. I received it. もらいました. もらいました. All right? If the thing that you're getting, just like itadaku, this does not change. The thing that you are receiving is marked with the direct object marker. Hate that. Hate having to say grammar words, but it's an object marker. It's o. Something o, right? Maru maru is what those two circles are. Maru maru o moraimashita. Maru maru is the place marker for Japanese. Maru maru o moraimashita. For example, let's say that I got an iPad, right? iPad o moraimashita. iPad o moraimashita. iPad o moraimashita. チーズバーガーをもらいました。鉛筆をもらいました。What if I want to say, hey, did you get, in other words, did you receive, not just get, because get could mean like you got it yourself. This is only when you got it from somebody. Did you get a present? プレゼント, right? プレゼントをもらいましたか? It's a question. プレゼントをもらいましたか? What about informal? Well, if you know how to conjugate verbs, we've talked about this before, but プレゼントもらったの? Or プレゼントもらった? If you want to just make it sound like a question without the no, either way is fine. もらった? Did you get it? もらった? もらったの? Alright? What about, how do you say, if you remember from yesterday, or not, it was literally yesterday, but if you remember from Japanese Daily number 114, we said, well, how do you receive something from buddy? From buddy? Whoa, that's cool. From somebody combined into one word is from buddy. Remember that. It's very important. So how do you say, I received it from somebody? So let's say it was Tanaka-san. So Tanaka-san, something, moraimashita. What goes in there? Tanaka-san, two syllables. Tanaka-san. I'm looking at people in the chat room. Tanaka-san, moraimashita. Thank you, Kawaii Butterfly. You were absolutely correct. You are awesome. Tanaka-san kara moraimashita. It is kara. That is one way to do it. What's another way to do it? You can use ni. Tanaka-san ni moraimashita. Tanaka-san ni moraimashita. Tomodachi ni moraimashita. What if you want to say this? Let's say in this hypothetical situation, you are a girl and you have a Japanese boyfriend and he has not ever proposed to you for marriage yet, but it's been like 4 years and it's about time, right? So about time. I mean, 4 years and you've been going out? Seriously, girlfriend, put a ring on it, right? I mean, you need to get 4 years? All right, like 1 year I get. 2 years? Come on, man. 4? I knew a couple that went out for 8 years before they got married. That's ridiculous. So what the girl might say to the boyfriend in this case, what you could say is, あなたから from you 結婚指輪をもらいたい. I want to receive a wedding ring. 結婚指輪. I want to receive a wedding ring from you. あなたから結婚指輪をもらいたいです. Right? Then you could throw in this. I'm going to give you an extra bonus one. ちょうだい? Give it to me. ちょうだい. That's like the basic form. Like there's nothing, like that's like children use that. That's the first word you learn, like when you're a kid pretty much. ちょうだい, ちょうだい, ちょうだい. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. It's like, kudasai is one thing, right? Please. ください. お願いします. This is like the baby way. ちょうだい. It's not baby, but it's like very informal. ちょうだい. All right. I've got to input my password again. All right. So, just like we did with te itadaku, if you remember, te itadaku was any te form verb, which is the command form of the verb. The command, I like to call it the command / request form because it's not always a command and it's not always a request. It can be both. But here it is. We did the same thing, te itadaku we had yesterday. Now it's te morau, to have someone do something for you, right? And to receive the benefit of that person doing it. So let's say you had your friend do it for you. hey, who cut your hair? Right? 友達に切ってもらいました. I had my friend cut my hair. 友達に髪を切ってもらいました. I received the benefit of my friend cutting my hair. That's how I like to think about it in my mind, at least when I was learning, to remember that you're receiving the benefit of the action. That's why it's te morau. Let's say you're in a restaurant and you hate pickles. ピクルが大嫌いです。もう私はピクルが大嫌いです。I hate pickles. 見ると吐きたくなる. When I see them, I want to throw up. What did you do when a pickle came out? I had my friend eat it for me. Think about that. I had my friend eat it for me. Anyone want to try it? First one to give me this, I will call you my superstar. I had my friend eat it. Or my friend ate it for me, actually, would be fine. Come on, I know Germs or Unko-kun or one of you superstars. Or maybe a surprise superstar I'm not ready for. 友達に食べてもらいました from Mr. Luo. Don't know his name. Mr. Chinese name. Got it. 友達に食べてもらいました. 友達に食べてもらいました. Awesome. That guy's fluent in Chinese. He's a good friend of mine. And his name is Val, by the way. I don't know why he uses this Mr. Luo Hui thing. It makes no sense to me. But once I learn Chinese, I'm sure to be like, oh, it means Mr. Pickle. It's probably pickle in Chinese. That would be ironic, right? But how would you throw in the actual word? I had my friend ate the pickle for me. I'm not going to wait for you. I'm just going to give it to you. It's 友達にピクルを食べてもらいました. ピクルを食べてもらいました. Very good. Very good. All right. How would you say I had Tanaka-san do it? I had Tanaka-san do it. Think about it. I'll give you a couple seconds. And those of you in the chat room say, tell me, I had Tanaka-san do it. Go. There's about a 9-second delay. Lewis says, Tanaka-san ni yatte moratta. Very good. I didn't even, you know what I had was shite moraimashita, but he went with yatte moraimashita or yatte moratta, which is perfectly fine because there's suru to do and yaru to do, and they both in many cases mean the exact same thing. Yatte moratta. Yaru is a little bit more rough sounding than suru, but that's fine. Yatte moratta. I had him do it. Perfect. Good job, Lewis. I'm hoping it's Louis C.K. Big fan of that guy. All right. Now, there's something I want to do before we end the show. I have popped up. What I did was I did a search. I don't know if you guys knew you could do this. On yesjapan.com, there's a search box on the left side of the screen after you've logged in. And you can type a part of a word, and it'll give you all the sounds from yesjapan.com that have that pattern in it. So I typed mora, just mora, in hiragana to see what phrases would come up. So I'm going to go ahead and play a couple of these phrases, and I want you to see if you know them. See if you can figure them out. Here we go. Don't cheat by going into Yes Japan and doing it because you'll get the exact same results as me. Here it is. What is this? I'll give you a couple seconds to think.
お父さんからもらったの。
Very fast.
お父さんからもらったの。
お父さんからもらったの。お父さんからもらったの。I got it from my father. I received it from my father. Informal. Casual. Very good, Omi Cat. All right, next. This is a long one. No, you know what? Let me go with the shorter one. Here we go. Oh, this is big. Okay, I'm going to go with the big one, actually. Ready? Here we go. Whoever gets this, you're my new superstar.
クリスマスにいいものをもらえると思ったけど、全然もらえなかった。クリスマスにいいものをもらえると思ったけど、全然もらえなかった。
This is perfect right after Christmas. One more time, then I'll give you the answer.
クリスマスにいいものをもらえると思ったけど、全然もらえなかった。
This is pretty advanced. It is. クリスマスに on Christmas いいものを a good thing もらえる to be able to receive と思ったけど I thought I was going to be able to get a good thing on Christmas けど but 全然 not at all もらえなかった I didn't get it at all. I didn't get anything at all. Very good. Oh, look at that. Lewis, I thought I'd get something nice for Christmas, but I got nothing at all. Very good. That is exactly what it is. Let's see. That is from, by the way, Course 4, Lesson 12 on what will be JapaneseFromZero.com, but what is still YesJapan.com. All right, let's see if we can find... here we go. Here's another one. Very simple. This will be the last one, unless I'm feeling crazy and want to do one more. Here we go.
おととい、おじさんからもらったの。おととい、おじさんからもらったの。
Now, I gotta say this. He could have just said moratta without the no. He doesn't need the no on the end. That's just giving it more effect. And frankly, it makes him sound a little feminine. It does. That no on the end when you're not asking a question. Like, for example, I could say, moratta no? Did you get it? You received it? Moratta no. You know, it's sort of feminine. It shows some emotion. Moratta would be much better for a guy. All right? So this was probably a girl dialogue that he recorded for a conversation, and that's why this sound file exists. So here's one more time.
おととい、おじさんからもらったの。
Now, Omika is very close, and Lewis is very close. They both have the day before yesterday I received it from Grandpa. However, this is tricky. It is not Grandpa. Listen one more time.
おととい、おじさんからもらったの。
It's not Oji-san. It's Oji-san. It's shorter. That means uncle or some random man, but I'm assuming it's uncle because why would a random man give you something on the street? You know what? This happened to me in Los Angeles, and it's really a crappy thing. I was in LA near the Chinese theater, and there was like this cool rapper guy, and he's like, hey man, yeah, I made an album. I'm trying to get some recognition here, and he hands it to me, right? And I pull. I thought, oh, that's nice. He's giving me his album. Don't take random things from people in LA, because then they say, now give me $10. What? You gave it to me? Nah, man. You took it, man. Come on, man. $10, man. No, and then you have to like really work hard to give it back. So this is my advice. Ready? In Japanese. I'm trying to think of a simplest way. 知らない人から from people that you don't know 何ももらわないでください Don't receive anything from people you don't know 知らない人から何ももらわないでください That is my advice. Alright, that's good. Now, if you'd like to be involved with the Japanese Daily and get your... I think tomorrow when we do our next daily, or whatever day we do a daily next, we're going to do a Jiko Shokai. I'm going to go right from the FTP site and pull up the most recent one, or the one, not most recent, but the one that I haven't done yet. We're going to talk about someone's self-introduction. They will submit to me, to the program, their Japanese self-introduction, and we will look at it, we will analyze it, and we will try to find good things from it and bad things from it, and we will all learn from whatever they do. If it's horrible, we'll learn. If it's great, we'll learn. Either way, that is in Japanese called Jiko Shokai. And if you'd like to upload your 60 to 90 seconds or so Jiko Shokai, please go to yesjapan.com/upload. And if you'd like to know when we're doing these broadcasts, you can follow us on Twitter. And if you'd like to watch shows as they come out, you can become a Yes Japan member, or you can subscribe to us on YouTube, or you can subscribe to our podcast. There you have it. For those of you that are in the chat room right now, you are going to be able to submit questions to me for the next show that we're going to be doing called Ask a Teacher Live, where I try my best to answer your questions about Japanese. All you have to do is double click, because some people screw this up. Double click my name, and when you see a little window pop up as a separate tab, then you know you've done it right, and you can type your question. And I'll take about 30 minutes to gather everything together, and then we will do Ask a Teacher Live. I hope to see you then. See you on the next Japanese from Zero, Japanese Daily. Bye-bye.